Alright, what is going on, guys? And in this video we're going to be talking about modules in Python. And you might have heard me talk about modules in previous tutorials in this course, but I'm going to go a little bit more in depth in here. And what a module basically is any script of code in Python, and it's really as simple as that. And so uh, this right here, what we're coding on is the mathtivity.py module, all right? And so generally in modules, you can either code in them, with different functions, different classes in them, or sometimes modules are used to store classes in one class specifically, all right? Um, and that's because if you wanted to create a model module, for example, you'd create a class in there with different attributes and functions in there. And so generally that's what you use it for, either writing functions in it or um, storing classes, all right? Or storing a class. And so I'm gonna create a module, for example, right here. This is how you do it. You right click on your project, new, and then Python file. And I'll just call the module whatever we want, all right? So let's just call it name. And by the way, it's also good practice to uppercase your module name, all right? And so let's create a class in here, right? Because as I mentioned before, we can store classes in here. So we have a class. Let's just call it person, all right? And we have to create our initializer, not index. Initializer, there we go. And a person has a first name and a last name, right? Then we're gonna write in our parameters inside, or our attributes inside here. So self.first is equal to first, self.last is equal to last. Then we can go ahead and write a function in here too. Let's just call it print name. And then what we're going to do here is just going to return self.first plus self.last. And let's actually not forget to put in a space right here. Alright, so it's going to print out our first and last name, alright? So we stored a class in here, as a model, sort of, alright? And so what we can do here is we can interact with modules together by importing them, right? As we learned in imports before. Import name, alright? Let's say as n, alright? And then, we can create an object of this module, or the class. We can create an object of the class inside this module. All right. So let's just say name1 is equal to n. We're gonna create an object of that, and let's just say the name is going to be Andrew. Andrew Tran. All right. And that's my name. All right. And then we can just print out my name. But remember, we have to call out, we have to say the module dot the class and then dot the function. Then we're going to go ahead and print out name1, run the program. Module object is not callable. What's going on? Oh, forgot right here. Remember, we got to put and then we got to put in dot the class name dot person, and then we can call it. And there we go. It prints out Andrew Tran right here. And so, in a nutshell, basically that is what modules are, right? I just showed you a simple example, but just to wrap it up a little bit, a module is just a script of code, and you can interact with different modules together to make up your entire program. And modules are really neat once you start making really complex programs. And at the end of this course, we're going to create a project with different modules, classes, and you'll see why it's so important. All right. And and also, I just want to add one more thing. You might see me, make some mistakes throughout this course. And I purposely include those mistakes because I want you to know how a programmer thinks and kind of my thought process through handling these errors and fixing my mistakes. All right? And I'll see you guys in the next video.